Here's Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, that's Allison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First and 10 at the 49.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. 58. Scan 300. Scan 300. Defense, let's go. Check your hot read.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hatch it. Hey, Ken. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 61, matchbox lights.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first down, it's Cook. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Two-jet bomber. Two. I know, easy.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Cousins. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 8 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Didn't have anything downfield. Swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now whistles here. Flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
You got 58. Check it back. Check it. 88.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 82 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, 74 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Crosby with the extra point, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D.
Now Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And all the way down to the the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards to throw is Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Cousins. Outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Hey, box truck. Can't believe they even let you play. Check, now we go 48. Man, we got to get this stop here, D. Check 30.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check 50. Recon, 132 fighter.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Now Cousins on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Tremont Williams there to break that one up. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield. Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Let's get it.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Alpha. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Hey, Steve Stick.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
He's coming. He's 26.
Now it's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ready?
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to find Diggs. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Cousins here to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
You got nothing. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.